Imagine a time before time itself, before the Earth, before the Sun, before even the faintest glimmer of life. Picture a universe so ancient and so empty that even the concept of before barely makes sense. There were no days or nights, no ticking clocks, no planets spinning in the darkness. There was only the endless silent void stretching farther than the mind can grasp. In this vast emptiness, not a single living thing stirred. There were no galaxies as we know them, no swirling planets or shining suns, just a cold, infinite darkness, waiting for something to happen. The universe was a silent expanse, scattered with a few ancient stars, lonely beacons in the endless night. Their faint light barely pierced the darkness, and their stories had long since faded away. There were no planets to orbit these stars, no warmth to nurture life, only emptiness, and drifting through it, a vast cold cloud, a nebula, silent and mysterious. This nebula was made of hydrogen gas and cosmic dust, the scattered ashes of stars that had died long before. It floated through the Milky Way, a ghostly remnant of ancient cosmic events carrying within it the seeds of new worlds. Inside this cloud were the raw materials for everything that would ever exist. The ground beneath your feet, the air you breathe, the water you drink, and even the atoms in your body, all of it waiting in the darkness for the right moment to come alive. For millions upon millions of years, the nebula drifted through space, untouched and unchanged. Gravity tugged gently at its edges, but it remained cold and still, a sleeping giant in the cosmic night. The cloud was too cold, too diffuse, its particles spread thin across the void. It needed something more, a spark, a push, a reason to awaken from its slumber. Far away, in another corner of the galaxy, a massive star was reaching the end of its life. In a final spectacular act, it exploded in a supernova, unleashing unimaginable energy into the cosmos. The explosion sent a powerful shockwave racing through the emptiness, traveling across light years of space until it slammed into the sleeping nebula. The impact was immense. The shockwave squeezed and compressed the cloud, forcing its scattered particles closer together. The nebula, once silent and still, began to stir, awakened by the violence of the explosion. In that moment, the cosmic silence was broken. The darkness was pierced by new energy, and the first steps toward creation had begun. From this awakening, the story of our solar system was set in motion. A story that would eventually lead to the birth of the sun, the planets, and, much later, to us. Over 4.6 billion years ago, a massive star reached the end of its life in a spectacular supernova explosion. The shockwave from this cosmic event raced across the galaxy, carrying immense energy and force. As it swept through the vast cold expanse of a nearby interstellar nebula, it set in motion a chain of events that would ultimately give rise to our sun. The shockwave compressed the nebula, breaking it into dense clumps of gas and dust. These fragments, once drifting aimlessly in space, began to collapse under their own gravity, growing denser and hotter with each passing moment. At the center of this swirling chaos, gravity pulled the material inward, causing it to spin faster and flatten into a vast rotating protoplanetary disk. This disk was filled with swirling clouds of dust and gas, all orbiting a growing bright core. In the heart of this disk, pressure and temperature soared to unimaginable levels. The core became a furnace, glowing with intense heat and light as the material continued to collapse inward. Eventually, the conditions became just right for nuclear fusion to ignite. Hydrogen atoms began to fuse into helium, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. In that moment, our sun was born, a new star blazing to life in the darkness of space. For the first time, light and warmth flooded our corner of the galaxy, transforming the cold, dark nebula into a region filled with energy and possibility. The sun's powerful gravity pulled in nearly all the surrounding gas and dust, gathering material from the disk and becoming the dominant force in its neighborhood. It became the anchor around which the entire solar system would eventually form. Yet not all the material was consumed. A tiny fraction of dust and gas remained, continuing to circle the newborn star in a thin, glowing disk. This leftover debris held the seeds of everything else to come: planets, comets, asteroids, and countless other bodies. Over millions of years, these fragments would collide, stick together, and grow, shaping the future of our solar system. Among them, a small blue world would eventually emerge. Our Earth, destined to become the cradle of life in the vastness of space. In the spinning disk around the sun, dust grains clumped together, growing from specks to pebbles to rocks. Collisions built larger bodies, planetesimals, amid chaos and constant impacts. Some merged, growing bigger and sweeping up more material. The largest became protoplanets, including a young Earth. Closer to the Sun, it was too hot for ice, so Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars formed from rock and metal. Farther out, where it was cold, gas and ice giants like Jupiter and Saturn took shape. Earth found its place in the just right zone, a rocky world born from stardust. Early Earth was a hellish world, molten rock, volcanoes and constant bombardment from space. Asteroids and comets rained down, creating craters and delivering water. The sky glowed with fire and the air was thick with toxic gases. There was no oxygen, only a churning, violent landscape. Yet each impact brought water, slowly seeding the planet for the future. Even in chaos, the ingredients for life were gathering. Amid the chaos, a Mars-sized planet called Theia collided with Earth. The impact vaporized both worlds' outer layers, blasting debris into orbit. Gravity pulled this debris together, forming our moon. The newborn moon was much closer, looming huge in the sky. Its gravity slowed Earth's spin and stabilized its tilt, giving us regular seasons. Without the moon, Earth would wobble wildly, making life far more difficult. The violent collision created a partner that made Earth stable, a cradle for life. After the moon-forming impact, Earth was a seething ball of magma. Slowly, it cooled. Heavy metals sank to form the core. Lighter rocks formed the crust. Volcanoes released gases, building a thick, toxic atmosphere. Water vapor from comets and the planet's interior began to accumulate. As Earth cooled, the vapor condensed, then came the rain. For millions of years it poured, filling basins and craters. The relentless rain created lakes, then seas, then the first global oceans. The fiery world was transformed into a water world. Earth became a haven for life through a series of cosmic accidents, an extraordinary chain of events that set our planet apart from countless others in the universe. Against all odds, the right conditions came together, transforming a ball of rock and gas into a living world teeming with diversity and wonder. Our perfect distance from the sun allows liquid water to exist, creating oceans, rivers, and lakes that nurture life. If we were just a little closer or farther away, Earth would be too hot or too cold for life as we know it. This delicate balance is what makes our planet so unique. A powerful magnetic field shields us from the relentless solar wind, preserving our precious atmosphere and protecting us from harmful radiation. Without this invisible barrier, Earth's surface would be barren and lifeless, stripped of the air and water that sustain us. The moon, our constant companion, stabilizes Earth's tilt, giving us regular seasons and a climate that supports a rich variety of life. Its gravitational pull also helps control the tides, shaping coastlines and influencing the rhythms of countless species. The right ingredients, the right timing, each step was unlikely. From the minerals in our soil to the water in our atmosphere, every element played a crucial role in the emergence of life. The odds of all these factors aligning were astronomically small. Earth could have been a gas giant, a frozen wasteland, or a dry, barren rock like so many other planets. Instead, it became a world where forests grow, oceans teem with life, and the sky is alive with weather and color. Instead, it became a rare, precious world, a pale blue dot in the vastness of the cosmos. From afar, our planet is just a tiny speck, but up close, it is a vibrant, living miracle, unique among the stars. Our story is written in stardust and chaos. The atoms that make up our bodies were forged in ancient stars, scattered across the galaxy, and brought together by chance and time to create everything we know. We are part of Earth's incredible journey, connected to every living thing and to the universe itself. Our lives are woven into the fabric of this planet, and our actions shape its future. It's our duty to protect this miracle, to cherish the only home we've ever known. By caring for Earth, we honor the rare and beautiful chance we've been given to live, to explore, and to thrive on this precious blue world.